Wifey to marquee, that's a sushi roll. I'm a young CEO, gotta do as you're told. Gotta act your stat, gotta play your role. I was OT, all shutting down shows from A to B, long way to go. About time they know about me. Hello, the jiggle and clap, jello. I've been on top, where they at? Below, presidential flow, Marilyn Monroe. I got pounds, got euros, stacking them both. Do the he say, she say, getting no delay, run it like relay, bro. You ain't got it like this. In my can't see straight, big fur jacket from eBay, looking timeless. I gotta let my skin fade marinate. We gotta toast up, celebrate. Everyone scream next up, but I'm the #1 candidate. Captain's armband, I'm making key plays. When I'm doing shows, gotta get all prepaid. What you? I'm on it, break, no side, know about these ways. I gotta let my skin fade marinate. We gotta toast up, celebrate. Everyone scream next up, but I'm the #1 candidate.
Today, it's the National Football League. It's a special Thanksgiving Day presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Cleveland Browns.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, our Thanksgiving coverage continues with a good one here, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. The streak continues, doesn't it? They come in here a perfect 11-0. Meanwhile, for the Browns here, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
It's a tradition that began in 1966, and off we go on a Thanksgiving afternoon in Dallas. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And a glance at the tall signal caller, standing 6'6".
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air, receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down. A look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. Pretty good, as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers, because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Well, that's brought in by Knight. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Back to throw. McGee working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches. Up the middle they go. It's Cochran taken down at the 42. You look at this Cowboy defense. They're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window because this is
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 116 yards.
And even though it's a short week, running backs love when they're in a groove, and that's exactly where he is right now. He's hoping to feast a little bit more here on Thanksgiving.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They'll look to throw here. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will have a Cowboys first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. Back to throw here. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. The CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%, only because they still have some tough games to come. And keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well.
And the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held them to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And
he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. On 1st down, Cochran. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 on 2nd down. operating from the gun. McGee. A quick throw there is incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Out of the end zone comes Spencer. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. And the confidence from last week carrying over to this week.
2 weeks in a row. And I have to admit, last week, I thought they were going to really struggle running the football. I thought that they had a real challenge on their hands, and they more than met it and created big-time openings that he just absolutely hurdled through. And they figured, why not? Let's carry it forward this week. Again, the same.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. 77 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Browns drive about to get started. And they come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
His 4th catch already in this first quarter. It's a first down. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Cochran. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. You look at this Cowboy defense. It's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
That was a nice play right there, but overall this season, it's been an absolute disaster. A total lack of communication on the back end. They need a leader who can put this team, this unit, on his shoulder pads and carry them to the right spots.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Cochran. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Looking to throw. McGee. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A minimum.